Okay. But I want us to because it's not a usual experience, right? So you're in class one, you're about 10.
Mm.
There are people in the class that are what, 6, 7.
Yeah.
You're much older than they are.
Yeah.
You would already feel separate.
Yeah.
Okay. And then also you have Lebanese heritage. So you stand out in Ghana, right?
Oh, I do.
So what I'm getting is the theme of you being separate from an early age. How did how did you see yourself, or how do you see yourself in Ghanaian society growing up, um, even from that early age? And how did you process friendships and relationships in class one as a 10-year-old?
Okay. So during that time, I used to think of myself as the herd of sheep, and
Okay.
every sheep is maybe a particular color, maybe brown or black, and I was the white sheep, or I'll tell you like a zebra.
Okay.
Every zebra had stripes except me. So
Mm.
like it was very obvious. And during that time, I used to say, if you're looking for me, you just need to look in the crowd for the one that shines.
Okay. Okay.
the glowing one in the crowd, like that's
Okay.
Darren.
Okay.
Till today, they still make the jokes.
Okay. So you stand out, but I know you have a quiet personality, but it means that you stand out even though you don't go out looking for that attention.
Yeah.
So how do you balance that? How do you balance your personality of wanting to be quiet and left alone with the fact that you stand out where you are?
I think because of how I was, because of where I found myself when I was young, I immediately adapted. I began to gain the traits of adapting to any situation I find myself in, whether good or bad. So when I find myself with a group of people, I begin to pick up their traits and act like them to fit in. So till today, I find it's something that I have to actively put a stop to if I don't like those traits. But I just try and fit in, merge into a puzzle, a piece of a puzzle, try and fit in as best as possible. Yes, so funny enough, with Lebanese people or with Arabic, the Ghanaian accent is easy to take up.
Yeah.
To pick up. Yeah, so that was easy at first, and I just tried to make some friends, and it was, I mean, everyone wants to be friends with a fair boy. So it wasn't difficult, but because of how quiet and reserved I was, first week or two, I didn't go to lunch. I didn't really talk to anyone. I didn't do anything. I just sat in class. So if you talk to me, sure. But if you don't talk to me, I'll just be sitting down.
Okay. All right. So then class one, then class two, and class three, you're still about 3 or 4 years older than your classmates. Where did it become? Did it ever become a problem?
No, I don't like telling people my age.
You don't like telling people your age?
Yeah, I didn't like telling
So you have a football age.
because my peers would most likely be younger than me, and usually if you're older than everyone in the class means you're stupid. Yeah, because
So you don't like being seen as
being stupid or not smart. Let me say it like that.
Okay.
Not being seen as not smart.
Okay.
Yes, and if you're older, it means you're repeated. So for the longest time, I was embarrassed of the fact that I was taken back. So no one knew my age, no one knew my status of being repeated or any of those things. It was very embarrassing.
Okay. But I mean, I would imagine at some point you're going to hit a growth spurt whilst the rest of your classmates haven't hit that spurt yet, right? Because that's the thing about adolescence. Unless were you a small child? Were you smallish in stature?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. So then if you were going to grow tall by like 13, 14, 15, right? Or let's say 14, and your colleagues are 10, 11.
No, it wasn't that big a gap. It
Okay.
wasn't that big
So
a
what
gap.
was it, like 2, 3 years? Oh.
Yes, 3 years, yes.
Okay. So it means that there was no growth spurt that
No,
made
it
you
wasn't
stand
that
out.
obvious. Some people I was the same height as, and others I was taller than. I just looked normal. And sometimes I feel like your mind has a lot to do with how your body matures. And if you're trying so hard to fit in, your mind will actually adjust your body to how it is. It might not be the truth, but there are some things that I think of and I go and research and I realize that, oh, this is actually true. This is actually how it works. And the mind is a powerful tool. So I like to think that, but I don't think so, though.
Okay. All right. So